I remember reading the advertisement for Caleb and the character description and being instantly attracted to the character because it was something that I would like to explore, and then when I actually read the side, I kind of very quickly related to him and what he was trying to aim for.
The initial description of the character was probably the first thing that interested me in the project, and looking at schizophrenia and the whole issue around that, because it's quite prevalent these days, and just looking to explore behind the relationships that would be involved with that. And I think it struck me as quite an acting challenge.
Once I actually auditioned for Lee, and during the audition he worked 4 times on the side and then with me on an improvisation, and I didn't know if I was going to get the job or not then, but I came away thinking I want to work with these people because they were already getting work out of me that I was really happy to be doing.
Do you want to keep the blocking? So you know the camera's going for the next shots, and there's the shot lists.
Brilliant.
But you have to do that because he's constantly addressing you, but I want you to pay very scant attention, okay? You're just getting ready for your fight, if you like, okay? Because the master that we just shot, we can use the start of it as the established shot because we've got 5 seconds of silence at the start of it.
Slate 11, take 2.
Camera ready.
Rolling.
Mark it.
Action.
Mum, have you?
Good. Whatever inflection you had in it, then it would. Fine. Really impressed.
My personal influences in the acting world, I would say academically and maybe a training that I really enjoyed and it's kind of helped me to find a truth in my acting would be Uta Hagen.
I think Stanislavski was what first got me into acting, doing some method-based acting classes, and I really knew then that that was something I had to follow through on.
Turn to the side for me.
Is Emma not coming back?
Like wrinkle stickle stuff.
Yeah, stretch your skin, blow dry.
Hi guys.
The other major thing about the production would have been the makeup and Margaret's face and how it had changed from every morning meeting her for coffee and then coming on set and slowly seeing her change and then actually getting on set and being faced with somebody who I no longer recognised, and that kind of fed into Caleb's uncertainty of who is this mother and how do I approach her. I want her to help me, but really being intimidated by her. So they would be 2 instances where it really, really got me into Caleb and to the emotional state that he's at.
It works. The tracks need to go further down. To reconcile. Yeah? Your mother has just walked in, alright? You've been sprung.
Yeah.
She knows you're a bit odd now. It was unexpected before this. Action.
Who are you talking to, Caleb?
No, Mama. I'm fine.
Cut. Spot on.
I remember the first day that we came to the set, and that would be one element of the production design that really influenced my imagination and what Caleb's environment was.
Oh, the production design was just fabulous. The whole atmosphere when we came into set and the way they created this whole environment, that the house, it was just going really back to the 50s, and it was such a dark experience.
I remember walking down the corridor and Lee saying, "This is your room," and quite dramatically pushing the door open, and that, in my head, I'd imagine this small, bleak room, just a bed and a wardrobe, and it was very small and intimate, and then he kicked open the door and it was this big, dark hole.
For me, it fed so much into my character, and the feelings that she had of shame and the depression and the frustration and the sense of entrapment that she had. And it was all built into this amazing set.
Can you go down as if you were to pick up?
Where's the tape?
That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got that on film, by the way.
Working relationships on set were excellent. A really professional setup, and very supportive of the crew. Were supportive of each other. They were incredibly supportive of the cast, which was wonderful.
The relationship on the set between both Margaret and myself and Lee and us was brilliant. It was respectful, it was fruitful. Every time that we'd go for a take, Lee would give us little kind of suggestions, or he would really be very specific with what we were working on at that point, and making sure that we were at the emotional journey and how we were going along. And it was just the best relationship that we could hope for.
Working with Guy and Lee, absolutely tremendous. There was an instant trust that we had from the audition point, and it just grew. So it gave you the chance to take risks and allow yourself to really explore things more. And it was just a joy, an absolute joy.
We don't want to go into this really heavy-handed, because as you say, you are feeling a little bit guilty. Cool.
Okay, so you...
Mark it.
I have to say, working with Guy was an absolute highlight, because he's just a joy to work with. He's such a generous actor, and both personally and professionally, I think he's wonderful.
The highlight of the production, I guess, it's hard to say that I have one, because every day I was enjoying it more and more, and the week of filming was just brilliant, and I loved it. I think meeting Margaret was definitely a highlight, because we've had such a great working relationship, and I'll always take that away from this, but also the challenge and the work that Lee was getting from both of us and the project. I think I can't say specifically I have a highlight really.
Maybe getting there like those small church cameras.
Can we get some hands for the couch?
Freestyle sheeting. Right, this one I'm going to do one shot 10, so I'm going to do...
I'll get it.
Get them just in case.
You'll grab the text and I can't wait initially. Yeah, the movement is all
scene.
arrowed.
Scene.
Okay.
And we'll have this huge reflection. Is that right?
This is what the tracking was for, down you, okay? And you take a step forward doing that from the original mark.
Yeah, that's his transition.
Do as you're told. I will not be defied again. Go back to your room now.
That's great, guys.
You guys alright?
Yeah.
Take a few minutes to set warm.
Can we have the doors open, please?
Working with Lee, he's such a strong director. He's very, very clear about what he wants, and he has a way of achieving it that is respectful to the actor, includes the actor, and really does, within seconds, get his message across about what he wants. And it was good.
You want to right on this side of Margaret's face.
Quiet, please. The air is alive. Something is about to happen. Does it happen in your favour or does it happen in your favour? Okay? You are sick to death of his complaining, his whining, his whinging. It's been beating on your senses for 23 years. You've done everything you can to make sure that his mental illnesses do not affect anybody else, and all he does is complain. He is not a happy person, and because he's not a happy person, he's made your life hell. The actions you choose to take from this point will free you from responsibility for the rest of your life. You will be able to go and find that relationship that you've wanted for years. This is your opportunity, and all you have to do is not think about the consequences. You. The whole world is black. There is no future. There's no love, affection, friendship, happiness. There is no hope. You have to get out of this house. That iron poker is not just a metal stick. That is the lock and the key on your prison door. Okay? Every time that contacts your chest, you lose a chance of getting out. And you're desperate to get out. You'll do anything at all to take that chance to get out. There's one thing in your way. Her. All you have to do is ignore the consequences. The door's over there. You've just got to take it. Okay? Okay? Right, let's reframe and take our marks.
Mark it.
Action.
Looking back, I think it went very well indeed. It was a very professional setup. The relationship on set from everybody was so supportive. Any problems that arose with, say, technical things, and they always do, the crew dealt with really well, learned new things as they went along. And it brought a spontaneity to the whole thing, and it brought fun to the whole thing as well in dealing with it. So, no, looking back, it was an experience that I enjoyed so much. I looked forward to coming to work and exploring new things and working with great people. So it's an experience I would happily go through again, very definitely.
I'm very happy and very proud to be part of a project that was so dedicated to by all the cast and the crew, and everybody was committed to it, and I feel very happy to be part of it and think it's very successful.
How was it, Joe?
It was very good.
Good. Happy?
Oh yes, very happy. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That was great. Spawn.
Oh, could I open doors? Okay. Set from the customer. Sorry, Joe. No, not at all.